Hello everyone, welcome to the launch party of Ask Wow series, the strongest women of the world. I'm grateful for all of these powerful women from all over the world. Literally, we have women from US, Europe, UK, Netherlands, India, Singapore and Malaysia, and different walks of life, from entrepreneurs to educators, mentors to mothers. And again, literally different ages, starting from 6-year-old to 60-year-old. And this special man who actually made it possible to educate 22,000 girl children for one whole year by dedicating 98 days of his 100% life. I feel blessed. I really feel blessed to be among people like different walks of life, but have a similar thinking on how we can make some level of impact in others. So, and then one of the biggest thing, what has kind of put me in a corner was why me? And in fact, why me is kind of held up this project for a little while, because why a man has to start something like the strongest women of the world. And thanks to Jen, who actually triggered that point, saying that, yeah, this is really a brilliant idea and then you should start immediately. Probably in the history, this may be first time where we are talking about strongest women of the world, but this is not only for women. And again, this is not only by women, like what we are seeing, because there are so many things have been happening in the world. Maybe one side is not enough. The whole, the Wow series started with 3 people in my life. Number one is my little one. Can I see? Where is my little one? Come on. So, yes, she's not happy me lifting her. The first reason what happened was probably when she was born. I think somehow one small ambition was there that I wanted to match to her level of energy. And that was a trigger point where I got in touch with the feminine energy, or probably I started realizing the power of all the women around me. Once I was happening, in no time, I started realizing the second woman, that's my wife. Cool, okay. It's almost
Hello.
Hi everyone. I'm so glad to meet all of you and Rana for the first time.
So this lady, I'm a crazy guy. Some of the people who are very close to me, they know the kind of projects I take up and the kind of businesses I've started. And there were times where I woke up at 4 a.m. saying that this is really very important. This has a huge impact. And when I'm saying it, so literally changing the whole level of career. She says, okay, what happened was when I got in touch with the energy with Manya, what she gave me is a kind of foundation. She was kind of my mirror. This is the second inspiration where I started realizing the kind of support women can give. It was the kind of projects I said, if there is another man next to me, he would never understand the logic behind it, because most of the projects I picked up were a lot of heart to it was there than the logic. And so for me, she taught me what a woman can be in terms of support and foundation. And then, there is a third inspiration is my mom. Mom. and she is my mom.
I love mom.
All of you knows one existential thing is, I'm not existing without a mother. Nobody is. But she's a lot more than to me than that particular thing. In terms of sacrifice, I have really learned a lot about sacrifice from her. Even till date, if you go to restaurants, though we are of this age, she still says, hey, you guys order what you want. I'll eat whatever is you're ordering. But she exercised love over so many years. She wanted to travel the world. She kept that particular dream on hold for more than 30-40 years. I realized, these 3 people, while she represented energy in me, she represented the support and the kind of foundation anybody can have, the stability. She taught me sacrifice. And one day I thought, man, I'm so lucky, right? Then on another day on a shower, I got an interesting question. Is this only me who am lucky? Because if not one, at least one of these roles are there in every single household. And pretty much every single character behaves similarly. That day, I decided whatever I realized should be known to everybody, every other man out there. And that is the reason why you're seeing a man starting something called Strongest Women of World. And I felt it's my duty because there was no difference 5 years back or 6 years back before Manya got into life. I was busy. I've been always successful. But then somehow I never ever understood the power and the contribution the woman is doing to this entire world. So once I realized it is happening within my world, I realized it is very important to make this felt at every single household. I mean, that is only one side of the whole WOW series. The other side is women holding themselves down. Women should realize they are most successful in every single time they decide to do something. So once we are able to make these two series, these two sides of the series, one, women understanding their own power and demanding their space within the world, and then men understanding and allowing it. That's the only thing happened between before 6 years and after 6 years to me as an individual, as a man. So I thought it has to come from a man so that, the balance happens going forward. So that is the reason why why me. Thank you, Chibaria. And that is why I have decided to bring in the best women in the world to inspire the rest of the women in the world so that we become a very, very highly balanced society going forward. I think Monovo is coming. Drum rolls. Jen, I can see the energy. This has nothing to do with the YouTube channel. It has got nothing to do with the WOW series. This is a movement that we do together. It's something should be felt, and that's why I started understanding. If you see right here in this call, as I said, entrepreneurs, mothers, and people who are making huge impact out there are all there right now. It's just that I'm so blessed. I'm put up in a position where I'm connected to all of you, and some people have brought in other people like Jen. So I can only say that thank you so much for all your acceptance to be part of this movement. I'm really, really, really blessed. And do you guys have anything to say tonight?
I want to say that girls are always active. That's why I like girls.
Girls are always active. That's why I like girls.
Yeah, I'm so proud to be a girl, woman, a wife, mom, whatever, whatnot. Like when I was pregnant, also I was wishing I should have only a girl, but everybody was saying, okay, looking at me and my baby mom, they were saying that maybe it's a boy. So we really don't want to know the gender. As soon as we say it's a girl, we say wow.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much, Rajesh, to picking up the spark that we felt and that you're putting in the work for all of us to be heard on the channel, on the platform, or whatever this is going to be. Thank you for this one, and thank you for having this kickoff. And so nice to see all your faces now, and to with all the names I heard now, I can see you. Some of you, of course, I know. So I'm very, very happy to be here. And it feels, can you feel the energy? It's like buzzing somehow. And I love this. And this is why I wanted to be involved in this. And this is why it feels right. So this is to have a voice, to, as a common woman, to have a voice. So, and to share this with other women. I do it in my own tribe. I do it with my own friends, with some friends who are here already. But this is getting different, on a different level, on a different wave. So I'm super happy to be excited. I'm super happy to be excited. That's how excited I am. See, this is how it is, that we all bring this together, and that we can. It's like the best kind of oil stain, that I bring in my women that I really adore, to bring them in, like Sarah, who's here, and Sam and Kiki, who are here, and Jacobine and Brigitte is here. I brought them in because I adore them for who they are. And if we all bring the women in that we adore to have a voice and have an interview with Rajesh, and like where you start from, and bring this all together, whoo, I get goosebumps. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. So thank you for being part of all of this. Thank you so much. This is what Tribe really is about. This is what Sister is about.
And again, I tell you, right, you are the trigger between taking the action or not taking action on this particular project. So thank you so much for being the trigger for me.
Doing it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice to have you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you for being here as well. Thank you so much to have you. Wonderful.
But I can tell you, I feel so good about this. When I first skated from Mumbai to Goa, it was about women's wellness, and later the next skating journey was on raising awareness on early detection of breast cancer, and the third skating journey of 6,000 kilometers was about raising awareness on educating underprivileged girl children. And there's a lot of stats attached to this, and obviously all of us are aware of it because we are on this platform, so I'm not going to bore you with that. But it's a wonderful initiative to bring in what has always been waiting to be brought into limelight for everybody's sake, and not just to be on a good platform, but because the need is such. So I'll just give you an anecdote. When I was skating from Mumbai to Goa, I was passing a village and I saw about 50 containers of water, not water, empty containers that are meant to carry water lined up in front of a manual pump, water pump. So they were labeled with numbers, and they were all kept in a row. So I didn't see empty containers. I actually saw that the next morning women would come there and take their containers. So that is what the situation in that village was. So I could so envision that the 50 women in the village had lined up their containers in front of the water pump so that they could wake up in the morning and come and stand in line to take it. So that is the impact that women in that village were making to take care of their families and themselves. And I'm sure, like, if that can happen in a village, in the global village that we live in this world, women are playing various roles in their families as well as in making the world around a better place. So congratulations on this initiative. And obviously, I'm working on the very small or lower end of the spectrum of educating a girl child, and you're talking about what women can do at the larger sphere in life. So all the best with what you're doing. Glad to be here.
Thank you so much, Rana. Actually, what you have done, as I said, in the morning, it was an inspiration to me. The next moment, if I can spend 3 months and make an impact in 22,500 girl child, I will do any day. And that is the inspiration you drove to me. So it's like you already made the impact, and that's an inspiration to me. And your wishes are really going to be very powerful. I'm going to take it, and I'll make sure that we will together we'll blow it up into 22 millions probably.
Rajesh, just thank you so much. You are just so very special in so many ways in this form to acknowledge the roles that these beautiful women have in your life, but not only their role, but what they inspire you differently in different ways, and that you can see that around the globe in everyone else to bring us all together in this form where we all come with our different perspective and our different stories of what brings us all here, but that you're able to pull those characteristics from these beautiful women in your life and see that across all of us to be able to share this message with others. So thank you very much. Thank you.
What I want to say is you shouldn't underestimate your role in this, because it's about women, but it's also about the divine feminine. And this is the part that you are activating in yourself. And these kind of men, we are so in need of. And this is so beautiful that you really took that chance to unite us in that way. Thank you, therefore.
First of all, big respect to you and to your family. It's so lovely to meet your mom and your wife, and obviously Manya, we see very often on her Instagram and her YouTube and everything, which is amazing. I want to say a massive thank you for setting this up and also being inspired by amazing conversation with Jennifer and having all these amazing women here. And like Christina said before, it's really beautiful to see how you got inspiration and how you, sorry, that's the puppies playing with food. And how you want to take this to be able to bring much more love, much more inspiration, much more power, much more appreciation, and so much strength that will come for women in this world. And I just want to say as well, I know that from working with you, that every project that you basically embark on, it will be big. So for that, I'm very thankful. You're really, really amazing, really inspirational. And I know this is going to be like super, super, super amazing and make a huge impact. So thank you very much.
And first we're going to launch the logo, and then we go ahead and launch the first video. Okay, Manya, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Thank you so much. The next one is the first video that is going to come on. Okay, this every Wednesday is when one video from one of the interview will come in, and the first one is going to be with the Jen. Thank you, Jen, for accepting it. So, and I'm just going to quickly launch that video, just the brief of it.
We grow up with movies. I mean, Disney is one of them, and then we have all sorts of other Hollywood movies. It's like this is you get married and then you live happily ever after. But no. My grandmother already told me when I was little. She said, you know what? The moment I said, oh, I'm in love with this boy and I like this boy and yeah, this kind of stuff. And then she said, she took me on her lap and she said, you know, I'll teach you something. And she says, the moment you meet someone you like and he likes you, that's when the real work starts.
Hello everybody, welcome to first episode of Wow series. The strongest woman of world is a global talk show where we celebrate strength and achievements of women from all over the world. Simply realize the fact that if they decide not to give birth, the total human existence will cease. But that is simply one of their divine strengths and contribution to the mankind. Women are achieving extraordinary feats in everything that they choose to pursue. It is time to bring such inspirational stories out in the world so that many more women and girls will choose to find their strength and achieve whatever they wish. Bear in mind, this entire show is non-scripted, heart to heart. And today's guest is Mrs. Happiness, and human behavior specialist from Netherlands. She has been doing a great deal of work to empower women and youth and traveling all over the world. She is a TEDx speaker, energy expert, happiness coach, NLP master, and an international speaker with over 22 years of personal development and research experience. She's simply a joy junkie and full of energy. She calls everyone in the world a multilingual, and that common language is smile. Help me to introduce Jen from Netherlands. How are you doing, Jen?
Hey Rajesh, so happy to be here. Thank you very much for the invitation, and thank you very much to be doing this together. I'm very much looking forward to what is coming. Thank you. Thank you.
So exciting. I want to see the episode now.
So the actual episode is going to come on every Wednesday. So in fact, the first one is already recorded and it will launch. So we are doing more and more interviews as every Wednesday, Women's Wednesday kind of a thing, right? So, okay, yes, yeah, you're celebrating. So this is really what I really wanted to share through this particular journey, and there's a lot of work has been put up behind this, and thanks each one of you actually for giving me the support in making this happen. And the celebration is going to go on, I guess, for Manya. So what I wanted to kind of tell you is now, like I said, this is not a channel or anything that, not even a project. For me, this is a movement, and what I would request every one of you is, it's just about to recognize the power of 1 hour. So anybody who has the compassion to share their story for 1 small hour, I will make sure that will impact people's lives. Wow series! Woo! Awesome! Thank you everyone for joining, and I would say a fantastic rest of the day or night, probably for somebody like that. So thank you so much for joining, and looking forward to see you in the next interview.
Thank you
so
much.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Woohoo!
Bye.
Bye, gorgeous.